Welcome to the Free Idea Podcast. Once again, me, Damian, your host, driving in the streets of Bastropia this time, not Austin. So here, people drive calmer, very relaxed, slow. They're not as crazy. They're not even one bit crazy as the Austin people. Man, those Austin people, they don't put signals, they just cut you off. They put if they do put signal, they put a signal to the left and then move right. Doing every kind of wacky thing out there. Over here in Bastrop, they don't give licenses in cereal boxes, you know? So over here, it's much better. All of the roads. And the roads is something else, though. Oh, these roads, though. If I gotta criticize something about this place over here, it feels like I'm on a roller coaster for free. And I actually count that as a bonus. You know, I love driving around here. This is fun. Now, I don't think it would be fun in a motorcycle. Actually, it would be incredibly fun in a motorcycle, but because you're escaping death every two steps, every time your wheel spins a little bit, you're about to die. Because these roads, it looks like a volcano just came out of every little crack out of here, just like volcano erupted the road. Everything is lifted up like two superheroes were fighting here in the sky, and then they punch each other to the floor. And you know how it breaks the street? That's how it looks. Two, just two superheroes fought it up over here and destroyed the streets. So, yeah, it's a pro. No wonder everybody over here drives so carefully and good. We all know how to drive around these streets, but it's super fun. Oh boy. Now the topic, man, the topic. Oh, today's spicy topic, politics. Mr. Trumpitas, President of the United States, is going crazy. I don't often talk about politics, um, because I'm still finding my way in. I don't know, politics is one of those sensitive topics that it just makes people, very passionate. But I can't lie, it's the most fun I've had in a long time. This new president is the content president. He's just releasing content on YouTube every single day. There's a new update. And I love looking at it in terms of video games and technology. Every single day, he's signing new updates called executive orders and passing new bills, which is more like the balance sheets. He's balancing the game, man. He's changing the meta. He just yesterday changed no men are allowed to participate in women's sports. He changed the meta because before the meta was you change your gender and then you get to compete in the Olympics and win. And that's just how it works, but not anymore. He did patch notes, made it legal now or illegal to have men playing on those sports. And that's crazy. It is crazy. This dude is single-handedly fixing all the crazy, man. Because to be honest, that one is crazy. That one, I don't know what to say about that. I know people get a little hurt, but men do really have a humongous advantage when it comes to competing with women. Huge advantage. He was talking about that professional runner in a competition in Arizona for women. The man competed and beat the woman by 5 hours. So he won first place, and 5 hours later, the second place comes running. That is damn crazy. 5 hours. That's like two Marvel movies right there, back to back. Like you have time to grab some popcorn and soda, and then use the bathroom, and you can watch the movie all over again with commercials included. Buys you watch one movie, get out of the theater, go watch another movie like without paying, just jump into the next room, and you're still first place. It's like the turtle and the bunny story. Um, then he was talking about a competition of weightlifting or uh the man that won first place won by 400 pounds. I'm just it was like 440, 480. That's a lot. I've been training for lifting weights for about a month, maybe a month and a half if I give myself grace. And I barely can carry 100 pounds. Like I'm a beginner. I started very late in my life. And 100 pounds is so tough to carry. Feel like I'm carrying my own weight. I'm not even carrying my own weight at that point. It's not even my own weight. It's less than that. And it's tough. I can't imagine winning by carrying that times four. And that's how much he won by. So first place, I think did 400 more extra pounds than the second place of the female. Which that's just wrong, man. So he released the patch notes. New meta, new game strategy. No more. Happy for those women that um worked their entire life in sports to win first place and sacrifice so much of their actual professional career and their hobbies just to train, just to never have the ability to be first place. The most they can aim is second place. Well, no more, no more. And then he took a picture with all the athletes just around him, looking at him sign, and it looked very cute. And he was like, "I know Secret Service is not gonna like this one, but I trust y'all." And that was a crazy gamble for him. This president is crazy. I love the other one where he goes peace through strength, and the reporter asked him, "What happens if something about are you worried that Iran is gonna kill you or some country with that name is gonna assassinate you?" And then he goes, "I've left instructions. I've left instructions. If they try anything with me or anybody around me, that their place is gonna get obliterated." It's like, damn, dude. Damn, he just kept repeating that. They, their country's gonna get obliterated. And I've left instructions. And he goes, Biden had the same instructions. He could have said that too, but he never did. I don't know why he didn't. He just loves taking jabs at Biden at any point. It's just at any point he just keeps on hitting Biden as if he's gonna run for a third time. It's just funny. This guy is funny. He truly is the content president right now, man. Right now, he really. This is the best time for the news, the best time for YouTube, the best time for X, the best time for every social media out there, news outlet out there. Because every single day he's dropping some new content, and people are tuning into the news more often. Even me, man. I used to watch a lot of podcasters for my news sources, like Joe Rogan and PBD podcast. I call it the peanut butter podcast. And not anymore. Ever since I can access whatever he's doing through just YouTube, I don't even care who is the person on the video. It could be CNN, Fox, PBS, whatever it is. I just care about the speech. I try to look at their speech that is unedited as possible, as much without any commentary, just him giving his speeches, that I can judge for myself. Because that's the best thing you can do. Get your information uh firsthand as much as you can. And I believe firsthand means that you get it from the source, from the straight source. So looking at him giving the speech. Second hand would be you get it from somebody's opinion, like what I'm doing right now, that I'm talking to you about what he said and what he does. I could be wrong with a couple details here and there. I could be exaggerating here and there, and that's second hand. I'm not literally giving you word for word what he's doing or saying, or even expressions or tone of voice. So first hand, get your news as much as possible from first hand. There's the first idea right there. Hmm. And it's so fun. It really is so fun. Like I look forward to opening my phone to the news every single day. Oh, what's the next thing that the crazy thing that he said is that he's gonna deport people to El Salvador prison if their country doesn't want them. That is just that is just crazy. No way. No way. If I was, I would definitely second think crossing the border if there's a chance that my country is not gonna want me back, and instead he just sells me to a prison in El Salvador with the most cruel gangs in the world. I'd be like, oh hell no, no thank you, no thank you. I think he's opening Guantanamo Bay. This guy's crazy. This guy's just a lot of part of the deal. Peace through strength. Like it doesn't even matter if he opens that prison. It doesn't even matter if he actually sends people to El Salvador. The fact that he just said it and the news keep repeating it, and the news exaggerate much more than he does. That alone puts fear in the hearts of anybody who wants to try to commit a crime. It just puts fear in people. And that's what peace through strength means. You're strong, and so you keep the peace. Like the teacher that you had in school that was scary, barely laid down discipline because he didn't need to. He just laid down discipline maybe once, twice, three times on the same kid that kept pushing it, but laid it down really hard. And everybody just understood from the first day at school not to mess with that teacher. I used to have one of those teachers. He was a military guy, and his entire class was super quiet. His homework was dumb as hell. Every day he wanted us to read 30 pages of one book. Every day was different 30 pages. And there was this one guy who tried him. He just tried him, and he was one guy that we all knew that was a bad apple. And man, as soon as that guy put his backpack, like this guy would get kicked out of the class every single day for talking back to him. Eventually, as soon as this guy just came into class and threw the backpack to the chair, like he didn't even put nicely, he just came in with attitude. He got kicked out right away. Right away. It was so funny. It was really funny. But it was amazing. Also, one of the most quiet class I ever had. Perhaps not the most fun, but it was very quiet, and I could learn, and I would listen, and I learned a lot because he got rid of all those people that just make class, you know, annoying. And he only had to do that a couple times with that one kid before everybody understood that this guy is somebody you don't mess with. And it wasn't just like the consequence; it was the way he would talk. He was very straightforward, loud, firm. It was scary, like a military dad or worse. So that's my example of one of those teachers. But I've seen a teacher like that also being a woman. Same for her. She wouldn't laugh at anything, very stern in her voice. A lot of consequences dealt right away. Uh, yeah, I was one of those kids that got the consequences a lot. And I learned a lot in that class too. And nobody would mess with that teacher either. And it's not that she was particularly strong. It's not like she was full of muscles and was gonna kick my ass. It's not. No, it's just the way she spoke. It's just the tone of voice and the sternness and the following with the consequences right away. I think it's more the level of consequence. Like sometimes it's not even that bad, but you get some consequences that is like, whoa, whoa, you're taking it too serious. But damn, I get it. I get it. Hmm. Um, so yeah, we all had those experiences with teachers like that we can admire. At least for me, I could learn really good. Finally, the bad people were being punished, and even my bad behavior was being punished. But I learned a lot, and I thank teachers like that because I learned a lot. They got rid of the distractors, and they got rid of my distractive behaviors because I was also part of the distractors. So What I feel, if I can compare to something what Trump is doing with his crazy accusations, like when that country he sent some people, some criminals send them to their country. I don't know which one it was, I forgot. And then the guy, the president over there, was like, "No, I don't want them," and they turned them back by airplane. And then Trump was like, "I'm gonna raise your tariffs to 50%, and then the next day to 100 or something crazy like that. Next week to 100 if you don't take these people back." And then the dude folded right away and it's like, "Yeah, no, never mind. Let me send my presidential plane over here to pick them up." It's just like, damn, boy. That's when you can tell he's not messing. He's not. So every day, man, there's something fun in the news happening. Some crazy stuff. I don't agree with everything he does, but man, some things I think there's more positive right now than negative. There's things that I don't agree with, but the ones that I do agree with, man, they were needed for a while. It's crazy when I started looking at the news when they said that he was catching people with 17 arrests, people that have killed, raped, killed their pregnant wife, and they were still walking in the streets because they were illegal immigrants. I guess they don't hold them in prisons of New York. I don't know what's going on there. And it's just like, wow, guys, that just it doesn't take it doesn't have to take a Trump to do that, you know. It's just the fact that he's the one doing it. It gives them points. Like they really made it easy. The Biden really made it very easy for him to be likable when doing things like that. And then you're like, whoa, so Biden could have done that too. He didn't do it for some reason. I don't know why. Things like that that I feel happy for the people in New York that they're finally getting some safety over there by getting rid of people like that. You don't need them. You just you don't. If you're a teacher, you know sometimes you have that one bad apple that changes the entire energy of the classroom. And no matter what you do, they don't turn their life around. I mean, sometimes it's a miracle they do turn their life around, and that's very beautiful. But there's never a you never run out of bad apples, let's say that. They always keep coming back. There's always like a new one that pops in and pops out. And I feel like that's just how it is in life too. You get those bad apples in life as citizens, and if you get them out of the city, everything feels different. People just feel safer and more confident to walk around, and they're grateful. And they don't even know it. They don't even realize that that's the reason why. But if you're the president, you know why. And I'm not talking about, people that are here to work and be good people and they just want a better life. No, it's just the ones who are really, 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 really something crazy, like really bad. Those were the first ones to go. It's cleaning up. Well, those are the politics that are going on right now. They're very fun. Just like, and by fun, I mean every single day there's something different that you watch the news on, and I can feel it too. I can feel the people feel different. Another crazy thing that he did is he put all the government employees back instead of working from home. I don't know how to feel about that one. That one is tricky. I haven't done my research at all. I know that people say that they're um more efficient when they work from home than they are when they're in the office. I don't know. I've never seen any research that says that. I've never had a work from home job to be able to say if that's true or not. It's definitely more fun and you save a lot of more money if you're home. But there's also cons, like you don't get out of the house, you don't You get bored of your house, you're always on call or something. I don't know how it works, but you did that thing. And what I can say from my experience doing pest control is I do serve government offices. And before that, I would notice that anytime I would go to an office, it was completely empty. It was like a ghost town, abandoned pretty much. Only like three employees there. All the lights are somewhat halfway off. Super quiet. So many offices all over the place and nobody to fill them up. Some buildings were even closed to the public for some reason. They just closed them up. Nobody's in there to welcome you. It's like three people working, and they're all like quiet and slow paced and kind of depressed. Looks like a depressive sight. And to be honest, yeah, because you're the unlucky three that are working in there while everybody's at home working. And then after that, law passed or whatever he's that executive order, because I guess they're not lost yet until they get some traction or something. After that, all those government offices are bustling and hustling. There are people all over the place talking. I hear chit chat chatter all over the place, laughing, shouting. I don't know. People being people like, oh, 1 more hour to go home. I'm tired of it. 1 more hour. We got this type of thing. Joking around, getting on each other's under skin. Um, Asking about their day and what you're gonna do. I'm gonna go on vacation. This, all that, and every office is full. The lights are on, fully on. I don't know if they're being more productive, to be honest, but it's a whole different feel. That depressive feeling just went out, and a more bright, more normal feeling came back. And once again, I can't say because I would love to have a work from home job. I would love to, love to, love to. And government jobs is one of those that tend to be inefficient already, so efficiency it's always welcome. But also they tend to be inefficient, so if you're from home, you probably can chill way more, way more. Hmm. So too bad for them. But also I see a huge change, and I don't know if it's for good or worse. But right now it looks good. I'm just gonna say that the image of it looks good. To go from a office that the lights are halfway off, where the only three people there are all fat and quiet, to an office that is bustling and hustling with lights on and chit chat going around. It looks more lively. It looks nicer. But I don't know. Only time will tell if that was the right move or not. I don't know. That was my next topic. So we went over this, over that. Mr. Trompitas. Um, yeah, there's some crazy things, man. You know, some crazy things, like how the news used to lie. And it looks like everybody likes him more, so now he gets things done faster. So it looks like he's even faster than his first term. Dude, I wish I had his energy. The dude is 78 years old. 78 years old. I am 28, and I feel like I'm 82. I have less energy than he does. I am tired at the end of the day. I want to go home, watch Instagram reels, and eat, shower, and sleep. I'm done. That dude is flying from place to place, debating people left and right, signing documents while dodging, while I don't know, like answering the questions of reporters, but also dodging their bullets because they keep asking some things that you shouldn't ask about. And then reporters are so like, why do you ask that? Some questions they ask, they that's not good. As a citizen, there's some questions that you cannot ask. You shouldn't, even if I mean you can ask them obviously, but You shouldn't get the right answer because you put everybody in danger. Oh, I'm gonna go here. Turning right. Like, for example, they ask, I'm just gonna make up this one. This didn't happen, but this is how it goes usually. Mr. President, how do you plan to attack the terrorist village? What's your strategy to attack it? How? Which door are you gonna open first? Are you gonna go left, right, back, or second floor first? It's like, dude, do not ask those things. What is he gonna say? Yeah, I'm gonna go in at night at September 23, 9 p.m. I'm gonna use the second floor window by the right side. And then what's the terrorist enemy gonna say? Oh, okay, thank you, Mr. Reporter. Now I know when to expect them. I know how to expect them. I know how to prepare. And I'm just gonna make that house into a trap. The second floor is gonna be a trap now. It's gonna be full of grenades. And I'm actually gonna be on vacation that day. These questions they asked, it's like, no, don't. Like, thank goodness he's smart to not say the actual strategy, but not everybody is smart. So eventually they get someone to actually say it. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna enter through the back door. And then, surprise, surprise, you were being expected because you told your plan on the news. My goodness. If you pay attention, that's usually how the questions go. That's why he doesn't answer them specifically all the time. And then there's other questions where he does say his plan, where he's like, "What are you gonna do about Mexican Canada?" He's like, "I'm gonna slap 25% tariffs," and that's like, oh, okay, why are you revealing your plan? But that is a strategy that he does where um I'm trying to think. He he baits the news outlets to say that and do the marketing for him. So they will say, if country so and so doesn't do it, he will do this much tariffs, and this is his threat. And this news go to the other country and put them on blast. And then after the time comes to do those things, he goes and have a talk with them. And now he doesn't even have to explain too much. He's just like, I'm gonna do it, or you do this other thing. So basically, he does that on purpose so that the news picks it up, spreads it all over the place, exaggerates it more than it needs to, so that his message looks even crazier. And then he goes and negotiates. And I think that's a very risky strategy, but so far it's been working. That's when he reveals his plans just to use it as a way to bait the other country. China does that too. When they're I think when they're Biden, they were doing something similar where China said something like, if you America interfere with this or that, I'm gonna do the unthinkable, something like that. And then the news all over the place were like, oh, what's the unthinkable? Let's think what China will do. And they start thinking about all the crazy things they could do. And that just puts more fear into the hearts of people rather than just say literally what they're gonna do. Maybe China meant that he was just gonna slap somebody. But because you let your mind run so creatively, now you think China's gonna throw nukes in your toilet. So it's interesting. It's also very interesting seeing the psychology that goes on this politics today. It's all very mindful. By that I mean it uses the mind a lot of brain strategies. So it activates the creativity a lot of the other person. Nothing has been done yet so far. There's no like missiles or tariffs. I think even the tariffs that he was saying about 25% Mexican Canada, they haven't even been done yet. He just postponed them because he got a deal that he liked. So that's what I mean by mental. It's just a lot of brain stuff, which is good for literally everyone. because there's nobody dying for it. There's no active soldiers shooting at people or throwing mortars over their heads. It's just much better way to do it. Much more peaceful way to do it. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. This year does look very entertaining, full of content, like I say. The news, everybody who's out there making videos, they make 2 videos per day now instead of one a week. They got so much to talk about. And to be honest, something that I've learned when it comes to Trump, it's better to get your information firsthand from him. So watching his speeches, because when you get it from a different source, secondhand, they always add so much more to it and more flavor or lie about other things. Or they just focus on things. They try to predict him, is what I'm talking about. They try to predict the guy, but he's just so unpredictable. So unpredictable. Because they're like, I remember seeing so many videos about what's going to happen to the US if Trump does the 25% tariffs. And there's so many of these videos, 10 minutes, 1 hour, 50 minutes, on telling you how the world is going to end and how your groceries are going to go up in price and all these crazy things that they imagine. The day comes and he's like, nah, fam, Mexico's agreed to put 10,000 troops at the border and I'm postponing the tariffs 1 month. And he's like, bruh. Y'all really were making some crazy videos about this, and it didn't happen in the end. And he does that with everything. And then I think the income tax too is another one. He just made a joke in one of his speeches, and he was thinking about the past, about how in the past we didn't have income tax, we just paid the America with the tariffs. And he made a joke because the people were laughing at his remarks, and they were enjoying it, and he was enjoying it. And he's like, yeah, we might as well don't even. What do we need income tax for? Something along those lines. And then he goes, "You like that?" And it's just the he just likes the reaction of it, the little joke. And then everybody just started picking up on it and making crazy plans. Like, is this even possible? 1 hour videos, 2 hour videos of is it possible for America to get out of the income tax and stuff? And it's like, no, or like, will Trump do this or why he will do this? All this clickbaity title, but no, he was joking. You, I just don't waste my time on those videos. They're very nice, very catchy, very entertaining. If you want to spend some time pondering and imagining, that's fun. Uh, mine is free idea podcast, so I also like to play with the mind and have some fun with thoughts. But yeah, it's just not my cup of tea in this regard. I just rather not waste my time on those things when I know that at the end of the day, Trump is gonna change his mind like crazy or pull a weird one out of the hat. It feels like when I was a teacher, I would just tell kids like, yeah, why don't I just give everybody 100 today? Like, what does it even matter? And everybody was like, yeah. And I was like, you like that? Yeah, of course you would want me to give you 100 for the end of the day. And then people are making 1 hour videos on why should the teacher give us 100 for the rest of the day? Will he do it? Here's why that wouldn't work. It's just, come on. There was another crazy thing. Oh, yeah, that guy, he was running, right, with a bunch of things that he was going to do. He, he becomes president. I think it was the first 3 days. He comes up with the most random thing that he never spoke in any of his speeches. I don't know. I watched a couple, but I don't think I ever heard this one. We're gonna buy Greenland, he said. I want to buy Greenland. And then he goes, Canada should become the first 50th one of 51st state. And that was a curveball for everybody. That was like, what in the hell? That was in no speech ever. He just threw that one out of nowhere. I think he was running on inflation, prices, gas going up, border criminals, typical Trump stuff. Then he becomes president, and he goes like, "I'm gonna buy Greenland and Canada will become part of the U.S. 51st state." It's like, dude, what the hell? What in the hell was that? So you try to predict that guy. You try making 1 hour videos and try to predict what he's gonna do. I can say that it's gonna become obsolete in the next week, or could be the next hour. You're just gonna come up with some random executive order that nobody ever heard of. It's like, what in the hell? So he really makes everything keeps you on your toes and then throws curveballs. So yeah, that's a very fun time right now with all the crazy stuff going on. I'm having fun. I'm just here out here spraying for bugs, and I'm listening to all the news and my favorite podcasters and YouTubers. And man, even some of my YouTubers started covering politics full on because of how fun it is for content. Like everybody's looking into that as content. Some of the YouTubers are becoming, going that way. And it's like, okay, even me right now, just talking about it in this podcast. And well, wish I could talk for more, but that's as much time as I have for today. In about 3 minutes, I will arrive to my destination. I forgot to clock in, by the way. I gotta clock in right now. My bad. It's like around 8:47. Let's call it 8:15. I'm gonna clock in. I'm almost there at my destination, anyways. Um, what was I gonna say? What should I call this video? I want to call it. I want to call it Mr. Trump. Let's go like that. Just like that. Just it's fun, straight to the point. Instead of Mr. President or President Trump, that looks too formal. I want to call it Mr. Trompitas, but it's a funny joke I like to say, but it's not catchy. I'm just gonna call it Mr. Trump because he is not the president that you think he is. He just doesn't behave like one, but he's slowly making America great again. Thank you.